Hi, welcome to the start of the little Christmas stocking. I'm starting on this edge here. There are two ways to hang these bobbins, so I'll show you both. And also I'm going to be putting in the gimp. I've already started on this side and worked this way, so there isn't as much for you to watch. This pattern is available in the Leslie's Lace Facebook page under the Files tab. You can just download the PDF from there. Okay, this is the much bigger version. And I've already worked this section here, and this is my gimp thread or coarse thread depending which lace you're making. It simply means one big thick fat thread. I think this is a number 10 crochet thread, which is about 12-13 wraps per centimetre, whereas this thread is more like a 26 wraps per centimetre, so considerably bigger. I've already worked one way with one stitch, so I'll do you both stitches on these, and this is, I'm adding in, this is simply out of the way, and this will be pulled back down and tightened up when it's finished. So it's not actually going to stay out there. So there are a couple of ways of attaching the threads along the top, and one is, the one that I've done so far, is to put, I have two temporary pins. I'll pull that down on one side, maybe even take those out, hang that down on the other temporary pin. So I've got one pair on each temporary pin. And I simply do a half stitch, put the pin in the next pinhole and close the half stitch, pull the two temporary pins out and let those fall down. There you go. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is to put the pin in already. Try one pin in. Get your two pairs. And simply hang the pairs over the same pin, because you're putting two pairs on each pin, because this is a torchon. And just simply put two twists on either of the pairs. The difference being that the ones where you use the temporary pins leaves you with a little bobble at the top along the top row of pinholes. I'll zoom in. Right, can you just see here above the thing you've got a little loop around the pin, whereas on this one, when you go into the ground, there isn't a loop. There isn't a loop around the pin because you're going straight into the work. So I'm going to be consistent, and I'm going to do them with the two temporary pins. I'm only doing this on my phone, so it's just getting this piece started, so nothing posh like editing or anything going on. You get what you get, and this is just how I've started this. So pull one out, pull the other out, throw another couple on. This isn't really a beginner piece because it gets a little bit complicated further on, but I thought if I tried to do a video of how I did it, it might help. So half stitch, pin the top hole, half stitch. Let's move that down a little bit so that that was the close-up version. Now when I get to this end, I will, because I've curved the corners by putting the pins offset like that, I will need to add another pair there. but I'll get to that when I get to that. So these are all in 2s at the moment. Now, following the torchon lines of work, you'd normally take 2 and say, right, there's my pin, there's my next pinhole, because that's where these 2 will be following their lines. But we need the coloured thread through it first. Now, the coloured thread is a bit fussy, likes to be snuggled up warm. If I put this through, you lift the left. If I put this through and then put that down, you can see that that twist practically disappears, and that thread is going to want to go right up to the pin. So, put my twist back on. I'm going to add a twist. Lift the left, take the thread under, over the right and under the left, put that down, and then put 2 twists on after. So 2 before, 2 after. You've already got one. You just want to add one on. Lift the left, tuck it in, put it down, twist, twist. Add a twist, lift the left. This one's an extra twist, lift the left. It's always lift the left. Seems to be lift the left whichever way you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, using a temporary pin, is I'm just going to hold, I'm not putting that in a pinhole, putting it near a pinhole, just so that I can snuggle those up. Now then, the one from the last pair I worked and the new pair I worked, these have both got 2 twists on now. And the pinhole, right up there, is the next pinhole to be worked. So, it's quite high up. Make sure you tension nicely to get that, and you're working alternate bobbins. Usually you'd work diagonally on a torchon, but I wanted to get this all for the purposes of this pattern. So they start with 2 twists to these because you've got, they're securing the gimp, but I'm going to cross twist, pin, cross twist. I'm no longer doing the 2 because there isn't anything to hold. Cross twist, pin, cross twist. Right, that's worked up that far. They're nice and snug. That thread can be pulled. Make sure that it's snug. Yes, it's nice and straight along the top. It's held in place. Just pin these a little bit to make sure they're out of the way. Now, I don't want this to go through the last one because I don't want it outside. I want a white thread on the outside. So, this thread here is wanted to go that way. This thread here is wanted to go that way. And I'm one short to come this way, so I'm going to add one on there. So I'll put a temporary pin in and just pick one pair, preferably one pair with thread on. That's better. And I'll just simply put that in that extra hole. Put my 2 twists on. I'm putting 2 twists on both of these because the outside pair will have 2 twists on, whichever one is left to go between these on the outside, and this one will be going in around the gimp, so that will want 2 pairs. So lift the left, cross it over, twist, twist, and then this one, using single twists, cross, go straight back into the ground, and then the ground can be worked up to, and not including, the line that goes around the 2 triangles and the middle spider. So I can work these down and fill in that little triangle there. Now then, this side one wants to go that way. as it's going that way, it's hitting this outside pin. So what I need to do, I need to take it back outside this. So it's only got one twist on, put two twists on, lift the left over, bring that over the underneath one, and two twists. As long as you have the two twists, you can do a double knot there or a single. I'm just doing a single half stitch. So two twists on each of these two because it's going back through, and two twists to re-enter the ground. So every time you see this thread, once two twists on one side, two twists on the other, wherever it's going. And every now and again, just give it a little snuggle to make sure that there aren't any loops or bulges along it. Now I can work this inside one. Oh, and now it comes out again. So put another twist on, lift the left, twist, twist, half stitch, pin on the outside, half stitch to close it, put an extra twist on both, and back through, lift the left, over, twist, twist. And there you've got those threads already. The corner is done. Pin that out of the way, and what I will be doing is I will fill in this gap here. I've already filled that triangle, this corner triangle, that corner triangle. I'll work that corner triangle, and then it will be putting a different gimp around these centres where it goes up and down. Okay, that's all for now. Bye.